Well, it appears the deep state has struck again against President Donald Trump. I guess that's yet to be determined completely, but it certainly appears that way. I'm Tim Wildman with Ed Vitagliano and Abraham Hamilton III, talking about the impeachment and what's happened up to the impeachment idea that Nancy Pelosi is pushing, the Democrats, and where do we go from here? Why are they doing this impeachment? This is like I describe it as the Democrats have opened the silo and they're getting ready to press the green button for the nuclear weapon to be released. Right?
Yeah, it's no secret that the Democrats have wanted President Trump gone since before he was elected.
This is why he's here, ladies and gentlemen.
The talks
astute observations like that.
The talks of impeachment began before he was even inaugurated, and they have only continued and intensified over time. If you rewind the tape, following the 2016 election, there was an attempt to overturn him with the electoral the electoral votes.
Yeah.
Then there was the effort to the Russian collusion investigation,
Yeah.
and now we've arrived at the impeachment pursuit. So this is honestly just the latest salvo in an effort to try to defeat President Trump. But it seems to me that they're trying everything except defeating him at the ballot box. Is this an indication as whether or not they think they can do that? I think that remains to be
But
seen.
they've been the resistance since the beginning. The Democrats, they announced themselves as the resistance. That's warfare terminology, right?
It absolutely is, and I think this is the next or the most recent demonstration of their continued effort to resist President Trump.
All right, Ed, you and I were talking. We've never seen anything quite like this in following politics for many decades. You and I combined. What's going on? Why? I mentioned deep state. Why would this qualify as a deep state?
Well, you have the whistleblower who, as far as we know now, is a member of the CIA. So you add that factor to all the other spying that's been going on of the Trump campaign and then the Trump administration, the FBI, and you had Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, all those things that we've been talking about ad nauseum. Now you find out that there was a guy from the CIA. Now maybe he had a legitimate role there.
A lot of people were listening to this phone call that's in question.
Right. Listen, I think that the president's conversation with the president of Ukraine might have been a little clunky. But if I'm President Trump, I'm thinking, listen, I'm getting hammered day in and day out by the Democrats. Why doesn't somebody investigate these guys? I don't think that's an illegitimate question to ask, especially if you think the investigation that was going on in Ukraine was short-circuited by Joe Biden.
Right.
So I think the president is tired of the deep state banging him like a drum, and he wanted somebody else to be investigated, especially since some of that information looks pretty bad about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden.
One thing about, by the way, Hunter Biden, the vice president's son, was making $50,000 a month. $50,000 a month by this energy company
in an industry he had no experience in.
Right, no experience whatsoever, making $50,000 a month, more than we make combined. I think.
Yes,
I think
sure.
Combined.
I can tell you.
Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us today. We'll continue to follow this story. I just encourage you to pray for our president because he is under siege day and night, and most all of it's unfair, if not unethical. And we'll talk to you next time.